I'd worked on all kinds of alien tech before. Civilian drones, starship thrusters, royal scanners. But nothing came close to the device the Queen's guards shoved into my hands that afternoon. It was a small, obsidian-colored communicator, shaped like a teardrop and glowing faintly with runic circuitry. I recognized it instantly. The personal resonance communicator of Queen Aurelian, ruler of the Veylari Dominion. It should have been impossible for someone like me, a human outsider, to even touch it. But her elite guards didn't give me much of a choice. One of them, armored in iridescent silver plates, stepped toward me. Her Majesty requests your expertise. Immediately. On Veylari, a request from the Queen meant your life depended on saying yes. I followed them through a crystalline hallway that hummed with strange, melodic energy. The palace was alive, literally. Veylari structures were grown, not built, and responded to emotion and sound like a living organism. That meant the Queen's moods echoed through the halls. And something about today felt tense. We arrived at a tall chamber with swirling holographic constellations carved into the doorway. The guards stopped. "She is waiting inside," one said. Then the doors glided open with a breath-like sigh. The chamber was dim, lit only by drifting light orbs. And at the center, like a moon commanding its orbiting stars, stood Queen Aurelian. Her presence was overwhelming. Tall, ethereal, crowned in silver spines that curved like wings. Her skin glowed faintly with shifting colors, reflecting her emotions. In human terms, she appeared composed. But her aura flickered. Something troubled her. Her voice drifted across the chamber. "Human technician. Approach." I swallowed and stepped forward. "You said you needed a repair, Your Majesty. What seems to be malfunctioning?" She extended her hand. The obsidian communicator floated between us. "This," she said. I reached for it, but she didn't release it. Her fingers brushed mine, intentionally or not. Her eyes, deep, luminous violet, studied me with unsettling focus. "It stopped responding to me," she said quietly. "It speaks only silence." That was strange. A Veylari resonance communicator was bonded to its owner on a neural level. For it to refuse her, something was deeply wrong. "May I examine it?" "Yes." She finally let it go. The device was warm, too warm, and its inner lines flickered erratically. "It will take time," I warned her. "I have time," she said. "And more importantly, privacy." Before I could ask what she meant, the chamber doors slid shut and locked. From the inside, a glimmer of energy rippled across them like a sealing web. My heart skipped a beat. "Your Majesty, was that necessary?" Her expression didn't change, but her aura deepened to a velvety indigo, an emotion I'd learned meant intent. "I need no witnesses for this," she said. "Only you." Part 1. The repair that wasn't just a repair. I moved to the crystalline worktable as she circled the room, pacing slowly, her energy shifting with each step. The communicator pulsed in my hands like a heartbeat. I connected a micro-interface, letting my tools scan its pathways. Something inside was blocked, almost like a wall. No, not a wall. Rejection. "Your Majesty," I said, "this device didn't malfunction. It shut itself off from you." She froze. "Explain." "These communicators bond to your emotional field. If the bond destabilizes or is conflicted, the device protects itself." Her eyes narrowed. "You suggest my emotions are imbalanced." "With respect," I said, "the communicator thinks so." She approached, slow and silent. Veylari footsteps made no sound. When she stopped beside me, her aura brushed against my skin like warm static. "Then unlock it," she whispered. I swallowed. I can try. I opened the inner lattice and found something unexpected. A fragment of her own energy sealed inside it. A memory imprint. The communicator hadn't just rejected her. It had locked away something she didn't want to face. Your Majesty, I said gently. This imprint. Do not look at it, she snapped. I startled. Her voice echoed with a resonant force. But she closed her eyes, calming herself. I apologize, she murmured. Finish the repair. Her reaction told me everything. This wasn't a technical issue. This was personal. I gently coaxed the imprint free. The communicator warmed, recognizing her presence again. The runes brightened. It's almost done, I said. But the moment I reached for the final node, the chamber's lights dimmed. Not by malfunction, by command. Queen Aurelian stepped beside me, impossibly close. You are trembling, she whispered. I tried to speak calmly. It's just warm in here. She tilted her head. Your heart rate says otherwise. Veylari queens didn't guess emotions. They sensed them. Why did you lock the door? Asked. So no one misinterprets what is about to happen, she said simply. My breath caught. What's about to happen? She reached out, not touching me, but hovering a hand near mine. Her energy brushed me like heat from a flame. The communicator failed because of a conflict within me, an emotion I could not express. It rejected me because I rejected the truth behind it. What truth? I whispered. Her voice was soft but carried weight. You. Part 2, The Queen's Confession. The silence between us hummed like a live wire. You're saying the communicator malfunctioned because of me? She nodded. It sensed something I wasn't ready to admit. But Your Majesty, I said carefully. I'm just a mechanic. Human. You're a queen, she finished. Yes. And yet, my resonance shifts when you enter the room. The palace reacts differently when you speak. Even now, you feel it. I did. The room pulsed faintly, syncing with her heartbeat. She turned away briefly, collecting herself. Veylari law forbids emotional entanglement with off-worlders. It is considered destabilizing to the crown. Then why tell me this? Asked. Because the device forced my hand, she whispered. And because I am tired of pretense. She stepped closer again, close enough that I could see flecks of silver in her violet eyes. When you fix the final node, she said, the communicator will reflect my true emotional state. If I am not honest with you before then, the palace will know, my council will know. And they will punish weakness. Finally understood. She wasn't asking for a repair. She was asking for privacy, to confess something dangerous. Your Majesty, I said gently, what exactly do you want from me? Her voice lowered. To no longer hide that I am drawn to you. The honesty of it stole my breath. And the door. Managed. I closed it, she said. Because I wanted you to hear that truth without interruption. Her aura glowed with soft purples and golds, the Veylari colors of vulnerability. And now, she said, finish the repair. Whatever happens afterward, we face it. Part 3, The Final Node. My hands shook slightly as I returned to the device. She stood behind me. Not touching, but near enough that her presence wrapped around me. I reconnected the final node. The communicator pulsed once, twice, then emitted a soft, harmonic chime. And then a projection emerged. An emotional imprint. Her emotional imprint. It hovered in the air. A memory of her watching me from a distance in the palace workshop. Her aura flickering with colors I now recognized. Curiosity, focus, affection. She inhaled sharply as the imprint played, her shoulders tensing. It forced the truth out, she said quietly. I had sealed that memory away. That moment was when everything shifted. The imprint faded. Silence returned. And she stepped closer, slowly, deliberately. You have your answer now, she whispered. All that remains is yours. I exhaled shakily. My answer. To whether you return the feeling, she said, or walk away with the truth and nothing more. Her gaze held mine unwavering. No guards, no counsel, no duty, only your choice. The palace lights dimmed around us, as if waiting. I swallowed. Your Majesty, Aurelian, I don't know what the future holds. I can't promise I understand everything about your world or your laws. But I am drawn to you. I think I have been for a while. Her breath trembled, barely, but enough for me to notice. Then, she said softly, come here. This time it wasn't a command. It was an invitation. I stepped toward her. She reached out, lightly touching my hand. Her skin warm, her energy wrapping around my fingers like silk. The palace shimmered faintly in approval. For the first time she smiled. Part 4, the ending. The door's seal dissolved with a soft crackle. The palace had accepted the truth. Her guards were waiting outside, but they did not draw weapons. Instead they bowed. Your Majesty, one said carefully. The palace core detected a resonance alignment. It did, she replied calmly, still holding my hand. And your emotional field has changed. It has. They traded looks but said nothing more. Veylari tradition demanded absolute loyalty to the queen's emotional resonance, whatever it was. Aurelian turned to me. There will be challenges, she said softly. Debate. Resistance. Questions. I won't pretend I know how to handle all of it, I said. Then we'll learn together, she replied. Her aura brightened, glowing with renewed strength. The communicator in her other hand pulsed with perfect harmony, repaired, aligned, honest. She stepped forward, her presence radiating confidence. Walk with me, she said. Not as a mechanic. Not as a servant. She looked into my eyes. But as the one who unlocked the truth I could no longer deny. I took her hand. And together we walked through the palace doors, into whatever future waited for an alien queen and the human who repaired far more than her communicator.